It always begins quietly, a drop, then another, rain settling over rooftops, slipping into the soil, tracing familiar paths through a country that has learned to live with it. But in Kenya, when the rain comes, it does not simply fall, it exposes. It reveals the cracks in our systems, the gaps in our planning, and the cost of decisions made or ignored long before the storm arrived. In cities like Nairobi, floods have become more than seasonal events. They are a recurring crisis. Roads disappear beneath muddy water, drainage systems fail under pressure, and entire communities, especially those in informal settlements, are left vulnerable. What should be a natural cycle turns into a disaster, not only because of the rain itself, but because of where and how we have built, and how little we have prepared. Yes, climate change is intensifying the rains, making them heavier and less predictable, but climate alone does not explain the scale of destruction. Policy does. Weak enforcement of urban planning laws, encroachment on riparian land, poor waste management, and underinvestment in infrastructure all converge to turn rainfall into tragedy. Floods, in this sense, are not just acts of nature, they are failures of governance. The role of government therefore cannot end at emergency response. It must begin with prevention. Effective drainage system must be designed, funded and maintained. Urban development must follow clear, enforceable guidelines. Early warning systems must not only exist but reach the people who need them most. And perhaps most importantly, accountability must move from statements to action, because year after year the same patterns repeat and the same communities suffer. For those communities, the experience is immediate and deeply human. Floods do not arrive as policy debates, they arrive in the middle of the night. Water pushes through doors and windows, rising faster than decisions can be made. Families are forced to flee with nothing but what they can carry. Documents are lost, homes destroyed, and livelihoods erased in a matter of hours. For them, this is not an environmental issue or a governance discussion, it is survival. And when the water recedes, what remains is not just damage but a question: who speaks for those left behind? This is where advocacy becomes necessary. As a journalist, telling the story is not enough. We, therefore, have to interrogate it. We must connect the lived experiences of citizens to the policies that shape them. We must ask why drainage system fails, why warnings go unheeded, and why vulnerable communities remain exposed year after year. Silence, after all, is part of the problem. Floods in Kenya are no longer unpredictable disasters. They are predictable outcomes, and that changes everything. It means they can be prevented, mitigated, and managed if the right choices are made, because the rain will come again, the water will rise again, but whether it becomes a tragedy or a test we are ready to face, that depends on policy, on leadership, and on the willingness to demand better. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Africa Untold to keep getting more of this content.